I've been sandblasting, painting, got my new seals in. I just gotta pack the bearings. You can pack the bearings from this side, which is what I'm gonna do. This one's all painted. The other one's out there on the wood, all painted. One of my torsion, let's go out there. One of the torsion arms there. The one that was covered with, there's all the junk. Covered with undercoating has been blasted and painted. This one's all blasted and painted. My spindles, couldn't get them in the bearings. I'm like, you know what? Just blast them. Get all the crap off. This is actually bed liner. And I taped it up good. The shafts are spotless. Let me get this rag off. There you go. Shafts are nice and clean. They have races and everything, so I'm not worried about ruining the surface. Out of 4 axles, I had 2 that were good. Most of them, this little sheet metal piece that's pressed on right there, would just rot out in one spot if you let them sit too long. These weren't too bad. This one was close. It's getting a little thin there, but not bad. I don't care if that gets chafed. Not a big deal. Yep, here's number 2 of my spindles. 1 of 2 arms. The second one's done. This is the second one, actually. First one's done. Going back together. Second one's right here. I have a mess going on out here. Just odds and ends and extras and stuff I gotta throw away, but I don't throw away anything until I'm done. I got a bag of blast media. It's in there. I put half a bag in there and it didn't work. I put the whole bag and it works incredible. So I had to tighten up the gun. I noticed the gun got a little loose. These are all blasted. I'm out of breath from hanging over the blaster and blasting, put it that way. But one of my bearings is in, the race is in, not the race, the filler plug there, see the taper? This one has a taper, it goes on from the inside because that's where your spindle goes in. And this side is going to be full of grease. Full of grease. I like to put a Zerk in there, but it's a little late for that. Maybe not. We'll see. Not that I don't have a bazillion of them, Dad. Under this, a bazillion Zerks. He's got any. Oh yeah, quite a few. I used my map gas torch right there, and I heated up that arm and burned off the undercoating, and I mean it was on there thick. That's all the undercoating that was on the trailing arm. That's the piece that was stuck between them. But kind of got everywhere. Goopy stuff. There's my tranny. What am I doing? Blasting. I'm blasting like a madman. Drinking coffee like crazy. Now the blaster's over there. I'm way over here. These are all nice and clean. Ready to go back together. I lost my snap rings for a while there, and I realized, oh yeah, I put them in the parts cleaner to degrease them. But I also found this nice steel spacer. I don't know where this came from, whether it was my father or what, but that thing fits perfect in the hole to tap in the seal. That's it, having fun. So there'll be more. I figured I could show this while I'm here. This is the bearing cap on the inside. One of my freshly painted stub axles is in there. Okay. Everything spins free. Ooh, nice and quiet too. But I'll have to show you how this goes. Now, the end of the axle right here goes through the first spacer, which is a tapered one. And this taper is made to fit the face of that because it's got a slight angle to it. And your next bearing is the one with the balls. Then there's a snap ring that goes right here, which is actually right here. There's a snap ring. Then the seal goes over that. Then you would put this piece in, facing outward, the taper facing outward. Then you go on the other side, you put your spacer in, you tap in your other bearing without this. You can actually do it with or without it. I did it with it, it didn't care. This race comes out on the inside. I don't want to take it out. See it sticking out, I can pull it right out. Okay. Then there's a little rubber O-ring on the inside here if you don't notice it. Actually, here's the old one. Here's an old ratty one. There's a rubber O-ring that sits right in that corner down inside there. It's just to keep the grease in place. But the rubber O-ring. And if you put it all together right, when you put this last piece with the tapered edge facing in, so it sits right on the edge of your seal with a flat spot, you will have a little gap here, because that's where your backing plate goes in. I don't have any backing plates right now. Mine are all rusted junk. I'm hoping to get some soon. But I packed in more grease there than probably fit. And I used this blue stuff that Dad had brought home. What's it called? Cortex, I can't read it. High temp, high speed grease. Nice stuff. It's blue. Looks all brand new. But it spins nice and free. How cool is that? So, bearing, seal, snap ring, spacer, shaft through it, spacer inside, other side bearing, and then your end cap with the taper in. And then your O-ring, and then your cover. Well, your backing plate, and then your cover. The thing I'll show you too is, see the notches? A lot of people don't notice this. This little notch here on the bearing cap is for a reason. You see the stain on this one? The notch is towards the top side where the adjusters are. And it's for a reason. I don't know why, but it is. It's for my reason. See how my other pieces are doing here. Oh yeah, this tire came out perfect. What a good plug. How do you beat that? This one looks good. Nice and clean. This one's doing good. I'm going to give it another coat. Oh, that stuff is really rough. I like it. But it's clean. Got a little run there. Not a big deal. Gotta blast the other one. Yeah, it looks better than it did. Alright, I gotta put this one together soon. After I clean it out. And like I said, this is truck bed coating. I like it. Good stuff. There's a little dilemma. This isn't a bad drum, but the brake shoes are stuck in it. I can always reface the inside. The outside doesn't look too shabby. It's a little pitty, but beats 80 something bucks a piece. And a little heavy rust in here. I'm going to sandblast that. I already did one of them. It's over there. Let's go look at it. It's just amazing how the brake shoe held on to this one. This one, it came right out. But I mean, I blasted this one, cleaned it up. I'm going to face the inside. That is amazing how that will not come off. I'm not going to get rid of two good drums just because a brake shoe won't let go. So let's sandblast it. This is the one I had to cut. I shouldn't hurt it any. Do it. Here's one of my dilemmas. There's one in there. Out of 6 backing plates, I have one that is semi-usable. This one has a little bit of rot on the adjusters, and I just heated that thing pretty hot. Got this one out. I gotta get that one out. But cleans up nice. I'm gonna take it out of the vise here. Yeah, it's hot. I ain't touching that, dummy. I gotta leave it in there. But anyway, this adjuster came out. No problem. This is what the brakes look like that were in it. So I'm going to work on this adjuster. Now I'm using MAP gas. Gets nice and hot. Heat up the block, and this thing just sits in here, so there's really nothing holding it in but rust. So I did sandblast it. Can get all the little hardware and stuff. It's the backing plate that's $80 a pop. And this one isn't too bad. And, if I can clean this one up, it's $80 less I have to spend, right? Let's do that. This is out of 6 backing plates. This is the only one that even comes close to being fairly useful. I heat the bejesus out of this thing with the MAP gas. And I got the 2 adjusters out. And I mean, they were in good. Master cylinder, what they call the slave cylinders, the wheel cylinders are out. The other bolts for the clip, for the parking brake right here. A little dent on this one, but not bad. The other ones are completely rotted from here to here, or the backing plate's blown out like I've shown you previously. This is probably the only one that looks half decent, and it's not that bad. It'll blast up nice. I even have the little plugs that go in here. Here somewhere. But I've been blasting and painting and scraping and burning and heating and you name it all day. Not all day, at least 2-3 hours, so can't believe that came out. My spindles all look good, nice and clean. My races are all clean, bearings are all clean, everything's ready to go back together. This one could go back on the frame tomorrow if I had a damn backing plate. So I'm hoping this one's okay, because I want to use it. I would need to get brakes, of course. So I need to get brakes and a couple other things. But it could still go on. It could fill that gap that I'm missing between the 2 plates, which is right there. I just have to blast the bolts. The only thing I haven't done is blast the bolts for those. Here's my little metric set. Now this is funny. Where's my gun? This is from my dad, Bob. This is from my friend Bob's father, Bob, and I'm Bob using it. So, how many Bobs? 4 Bobs? I can put that back. Use metrics all the time. Oh, way to put this. Yeah, put it in the mess. Put it in the mess. But there's one, cleaning up good. I got an axle there, and I got an axle, 2 or 3 of them in the thing. Always little brake parts to clean up too, like that. Don't want to throw that away. If I ever have parking brakes and I don't have that, we aren't going to have parking brakes. So this one is on its 2nd coat of paint, drying. It's just going to take bearings and grease, and there's a thing too. The mount for my snubbers is gone. It's just like rotted, gone history. I was thinking if I could drill a hole through the top, maybe 3/8, because there's a little spot weld right there. Drill a hole 3/8 and make something either out of aluminum or steel or whatever. Because this is what goes there. It's like a mushroom top. Mine is missing on both of them. So if I can make this a bolt-on thing, I can buy some new rubber snubbers. They're about that tall. And pretty good. So I'm going to cut this thing off. We'll bring that to Bob's. See if he can make one. I'm going to do that right now. You know, I don't have a tripod, so I'm going to do this one-handed so you can see how fast this thing works. Rigid. The $10 saw, as Bob doesn't like me calling it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Don't worry, steel-toed sneakers. Cool. Now if we can drill that spot weld off, we can make some of these. I could actually drill it and plug weld from the back, but I only have one. Oh well. Save that. This can go in the caca trash pile. That's why I throw nothing out till the very end. This one's junk. Yeah, that one's junk. I need this. Can't throw that out. I can get spring kits, but I can't get the brackets. Yeah, I think I'll save this. Kind of funny how clean this is versus this crap. A lot of cleaning. If you don't want a trike and you don't want to do a lot of de-rusting, don't build a trike. A lot of rust. So there it is. That's the piece I need made. Make a couple of these, pop them on. One little spot weld. And there it is. Ooh, it's still hot. Get my drill out of it. Oop, there goes my drill bit. With my cordless Milwaukee. Everything I have is Milwaukee, usually. Where'd the drill bit go? Ah, brand new. Brand new drill bits. Of course, I'm not worried about drill bits. I have a few thousand. Dope. That's it. Let me put this in. I'm going to take a few pictures, and I'm going in. Let's see if this works. Missed. Goes in there. I'm going in. You have a good night. Everything is turning black. Pretty black. I think it looks better than rust. Shifters, nuts, bolts, washers, all kinds of crap. Hoping that can go on tomorrow. See ya. We're making the clutch, and brake pedal levers. This will weld underneath the tube frame. We got bushings to go in it. We drew it all out. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Something like that. One for both sides. Put it on the mill and make this fit on that with the two bushings. We're milling the holes for the face bushing on one of the pedals. Who needs a drill? I mean, really. Or just drill holes. We mill them.
That's right. Okay.
A little deeper.
Yep. Go to 200 thousandths on the Z depth. Another 100 thousandths. We're going to 302. 102 thousandths more.
This is also a piece from the exercise equipment. It was a bushing that was in one of the handles. This whole thing's been made from exercise equipment. Pretty funny. Last cut?
Yep. We'll do a deflection pass at the very end to compensate for the bending that the tool does when it's loaded against a wall on the road. Yeah.
I don't think it'll bend that much.
Oh, it does. It's amazing. It does.
You want to lean on it because that could do something, right?
No, it's pretty strong. I usually don't just have a good practice.
Yeah.
You see the parting line inside there? It's a little line from where I bought it originally. I went over like 50 thousandths deep.
Yeah.
Just to check the diameter. So keep that up when we go. Yeah. So give us a nice
John, was he fast?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't fast enough.
It's not fast enough.
Never fast enough.
Faster. Picture this. Last pass?
Yep. Do the other one.
What size is the thread on that? About quarter of an
I
inch.
might have some shorties, I don't know. I'll go take a look.
And done. Well, we got the brake material out. This thing was bonded to the side, wouldn't let go. What he's going to do is reface all this on a mill, horizontal mill,
Vertical mill.
vertical mill. Give us a nice little face in there. And I brought him a spindle, so he's got some way of centering it, mounting it. Little expensive drum cutter, because nobody cuts drums anymore. But the stuff that's in this is pretty nasty. This is my clutch and brake pivoting point. This piece welds up under the frame, probably about there. My pedals hang down, and you got clutch and brake. We made this tonight, Bob's house. It's pretty good. Got some stainless bolts and some washers. All exercise equipment, the whole thing. I didn't pay for any of this. Just got to weld it on level and good to go. Make some pedals and wear a driver.